Ain't even picking up my phone. It's hard enough to be, hard enough to stay, hard enough to be. Welcome back to Single with No Filter. You know I had to come with my girl. Welcome back to Single with No Filter. Grab your glasses, your drink of choice. ABC, 1, 2, 3, Kool-Aid, tea, water. It don't matter. Yes, I need my peace. Tell myself good morning, gorgeous. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, welcome. Come on in. Welcome to Single with No Filter. Vibing out to Mary. Good morning, gorgeous. Don't own the rights. Just love the song. Help me, please. Tell myself. Good morning, gorgeous. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, good day, all of that. Remind yourself that you are a queen. If I wake up. Somebody tried to make their debut. Yes, Mary. Yes, Mary. Sometimes we just gotta wake up. Not sometimes, all the time we gotta wake up, tell ourselves good morning, gorgeous. Remind ourselves who we are, what we stand for, and why we are here. Oh, hello. Welcome back to Single with No Filter. I'll drink to that Tuesdays. I know it's been a minute. Trust me. You see the bags. I've been going through it. More stories to come. Life is life. Grab your glasses, your drinks of choice. When you see something in the comments that you like, say I'll drink to that. If you've been through it, if you agree, if you disagree, tell me what you're thinking. It's been so long, I don't even know where to start. Grab your drink of choice. You see today I got my Deer Park. I'm being good. I've been off the chain a little bit. Got to save it for the new year. But grab your drink, ABC, Kool-Aid, water, milk, tea, whatever you choose to drink on. Grab your favorite glass. I don't have my glass today. I just got my bottle. It's just that kind of day. And say, I'll drink to that. Well, like I said, welcome back. We're just going to do a little catch up, get us ready for 2022. It's been rough. When I can say, grab your tissues, because I'm a crybaby. I'm going to try not to cry, but it is what it is. That's what we're here for, to let it out. When I can say depression is real, anxiety is real, it's real. I haven't been on here in a while because I needed time to process a lot of what I was going through mentally. The struggle that I endured and it's still enduring. It's just, I didn't feel like I can come on here and be a positive mean for other people and I didn't feel like I was a positive means to myself. Because I promise you, if I would have got on here, gone through some of the things I was going through, it would have been beep, 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 beep. Oh yeah, somebody won't let me be great. Get down. He done took my light out. Yeah, Lord. The dog is a whole nother story. Jesus. Give me a minute. Let me set back up the studio. I think that's where it was. I'm not sure. Whew, that ain't it. Well, we don't find somewhere. How would I have it up here? I had it rigged some kind of way. Now I can't even see. I'm blind lighting myself, so I don't know. We might turn this one off because I don't know where I had it at. Anyway, anywho, hey guys, I've missed you. Um, this is just a catch up. Some of the scenarios that's going to be coming up in 2022 that I'm going to talk about. Of course, all of my stories are based on my life, my experiences, what I went through, who put me through them, how I got through them, and my method of coping. Not saying that everything I do is right, not saying that everything I do is good, not saying I have all the answers. This is just based off of my experiences and how I feel and what I did that was best for me at the time, at the moment. Um, like I said, my issues can be from when I was a young girl, stories from when I was a teenager, young adult, to I dare you call me old, to the seasoned woman that I am today. Um, just a few flashbacks of some of the things that I had to step away from the camera for to take care of. Your firstborn is always going to be your hardest child to deal with because they're your first. So things they go through, you've never been through as a mother. So don't think you have all the answers. The older they get, the tougher the situations get. And I had to pull I had to pull myself through a rough patch where I mentally was going through my own struggle and depression with COVID. I didn't think it'll ever I didn't think it'll ever get to me to the point where it did because I'm a homebody. So being in the house quarantined and not around people, that was no biggie for me because that was my normal everyday life. But it hit, it hit hard, it hit all at one time. When I tell you everything hit at one time, everything hit at one time. I was going through that. I was going through all three of my children going through their own phases. The oldest was going through, I'm an adult, but I'm still a kid. So he was he is battling that fight. And mentally, I wasn't ready to see my child go through that because I'm thinking everything's on the up and up, and then he just crashes and burns one day and explode because he has so much on built in on his mind. So I'm trying to stay strong for him. I have my middle child. He's calling girlfriends bae and having a girlfriend in school and trying to be productive through COVID, and he's starting to work his new job. So I'm trying to maintain that. The youngest, she's working, she's maintaining school. She wants to start hanging out on her own with her friends. Because, her and the middle boy, they're like twins. When one go left, that one goes left and right. They stuck together like glue. So everybody want to go in their own directions. I'm here. I'm the only provider, trying to keep the household together, trying to keep the dog together, trying to keep the kids together. So as you can see, I had to pump my brakes for a minute. Um, Building a business, raising kids, and at this point, when they're 21, 18, and 16, saying raising the kids, it's always going to be there. Like, it's nonstop. Everybody always glorifies, I can't wait till they get older. I can't wait till, baby, we still got to raise them when they get older. And I'll drink to that. It never stops. You never stop mothering. You damn sure never stop caring. But you just never stop. And to see them trying to deal with this COVID and their own personal growing issues, family issues, their own personal relationship issues. Whoo. I don't know how much I got in me, but I know I got enough to make them good. So I'll drink to that too. So that's gonna be a couple of topics I touch bases on. Come 2022. Um, yeah, I can go on for days and tears for that one. Another added stress was work. Don't know which job to talk about first. Just it's been stressful trying to maintain getting kids back and forth to school, back and forth to work, one car, one me, one me at work during the day, one me at work at night, one me on my own working for my business myself. I don't know how many. I must be pizza dough. Cut me in half or something, because I don't know how much more I could take. And it came to the point where I literally crashed and burned. I'm human. I'm human. I was crying at the drop of a dime, moody and evil. I won't nothing nice for like a couple of months. And it scared me because I never went through that. I never deemed myself to be a negative person or a person that allowed situations to get to me. But this particular last few months, I have been allowing things to get me down, things to get me out of character, things to just move me in a direction that I didn't recognize myself. And that's why when Mary came out with that song, I was like, there she go, reading my book. Reading my book. I had I've had a few meetings with my manager, and she said something that kind of opened my eyes. She said she could see, trying to keep it together because I didn't bring my own tissues. She could see the frustration and worry in me. I don't like that because that started making you look old. I don't do worry and frustration. One, to put you in the hospital. Two, I try to deal with things as it comes so it won't build up on me. I found myself being distant, not giving two of them things. You know what they are. I'm trying to clean up the words. Just finding myself not caring. And that's not me because I care about so much and I'm passionate about so much. For me to be in a negative space, I didn't like that. So I had to step back, look in that mirror, and remind myself of my goals, my dreams, my ambition. I had to rebuild myself. I had a moment where um, I've been building my business for a couple of years now. I can say the last 2 years have been good to me. I've been moving more. There's a particular step that I'm trying to make. I'm scared as hell to make. Um, but I even felt myself not wanting to move forward, not finding my push, not finding my go to, my drive. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not. I'm not. I'm holding it in. This is therapeutic saying this out loud because again, I'm having to admit it. I've said it out loud to myself, and I've gotten through it. But to share it and to go through it again, I'm realizing I'm I still got a few steps to make before we pick back up in 2022. Cause I don't want to be on here snot face. Cause ain't nothing cute. Got to maintain the cuteness. Ain't nothing cute about the snot face. But anyway, yeah. So I felt myself giving up on my dreams, and no, that wasn't the answer. So I had to literally come come through, and I was in my room a couple of days. I was by myself for a couple of weeks. I literally had to say, close the door to everybody, everybody. And you know when you do that, you get the oh no no no, you don't call me, you don't pick up the phone. Like it's about to be 2022. I'm not going forward with the you didn't call me things anymore because we all know the story. The phone worked both ways. I'm tired of saying that. I'm to the point where we talk, we don't. You know what I'm saying? As long as you know when you need me, I'm there for you. I don't have to be in your ear every day, all day. Because to me, when you have to have that friend to kind of get through things with on a regular basis. And poor thing, I know my best friend, my girl. I know she probably needs a therapist fooling with me. Because I just be like, but sometimes you just have to say it out loud. And she's a good listener, and she keeps me grounded. Blessed to have her. Um, but then you have to watch out for those friends, and we'll go into that in 2022. That want to talk, friends and family. They want to talk to you every day, want to know what's going on, want to do this, want to do this, but they want to know so they can twist it and use it against you. Like I've had to put up so many barriers, um, and don't mind doing it. I have people that's not talking to me for their own reasons because I didn't do anything to anybody. I stay in my own bubble, and they go through the you didn't call me. Tell me, when do I have time to call you when I'm maintaining 3 children, 3 jobs in a business, and my own mental health? When I take a break, I'm asleep. I try to do my best to talk to people here and there to keep the communication, but I can't be the only one doing the communication. So when I stop and you call yourself cutting me off, we just did each other a favor and cut each other off. So we're not gonna go there. That's another thing we're gonna touch base with on 2022. Um, it's a whole lot. I just don't even know where to start. It's been so long since we talked, and I got Mary playing in the background. I'm trying not to bust out into the routine, but it it's a hit and miss with friends, family, and relationships, and children and work. So we're gonna touch base on all that because Whew. Yeah. So we're gonna also take a couple of new avenues. I'm gonna experiment with some things. I'm doing a couple of visits with other podcasts and with other friends and people I don't even know. I'm gonna visit their podcast just to kind of rebuild myself. I appreciate those that have supported me thus far. Just continue to share the messages. Like I always say, it might not be your story, but it might help somebody on your timeline or in your life go through some of the same situations. You just never know because you have a lot of friends that will. Because even with my kids, I can tell them so many things, so many things, so many things, and it's in their head. But when they hear it from somebody else, they get a different reaction and then come back like, well, yeah, you did say that. You did say that. So you never know what my story could do to influence and help somebody else get through a situation. Um, I knew I should have wrote this down because I was going to forget. There's so much to go through. The kids, the job, giving up on the business, my support team. They know who they are. They know who they are. My birthday just passed. My 44th was in November. November 3rd. Yes, stand up Scorpios. That just passed. And I can tell you, every year I go through, I call it my silence period. It's my growth. And I recommend that to everybody. It doesn't have to be your birthday. It can be whatever particular time of the year is important to you. But I always pick my birthday for several reasons. One is another year. I've gained more knowledge. I've gained more intel on where my life is. Two, both of my grandmothers that I'm really close with, um, they've passed, and every year, because they're both Scorpios, and our birthdays are like boom, 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 boom. So every year I kind of go through the missing them stage, hold it in, and you'll notice, and that's when I kind of start disappearing from the lives because I'm going through those motions. It's been years, a lot of years for both of my grandparents that passed, but it still hits me hard every year because I have so much of them in me. It's wow, like to know them and then to see me, you'll be like, you ain't nothing but your grandma. Like that's hard. So I take time during those months to kind of reflect back on, you know, what I'm going through and my growth. I like to sit back and see, like, this is where I was at last year. This is where I'm at this year. Combine the two and get myself prepared to elevate in the next year. So I do take that what 2 3 month span to kind of like rebuild myself. And I advise that to everybody. Take a month. It doesn't have to be 3 months like I do, but at least take a month of your time and just sit back. Cut all the extra out around you. Center yourself in your life from where you were to where you are until your goals and mesh it together. Sit back and build yourself. And you'll find that when you come to, and I say come to, when you come to and realize your game plan, you'll feel like a better person every day when you wake up because you were able to reflect on your past. You are able to learn from your past. And even if you haven't learned from your past at the present time, you're able to put things into place that builds you for your learning experience. And I'll drink to that. Your learning experience doesn't come overnight. Did you catch that? It will not come overnight. Your learning experience grows with you daily. You're not going to go to sleep on Monday with a problem and wake up Tuesday with a solution. You need to sit down and think long term on what got you in that situation, how can you get out of that situation, and how to maneuver through the situation to the solution. It's a stepping process. I promise you, if you take a month, you can start out slow with a week, but if you take a full month and dedicate it to cleansing yourself, freeing yourself of all negative energy, because I'm a viber. I vibe off of people as soon as I see them. I know if you're good for me. I know if you're not. I know I had a job a few years ago. I was the right hand to the supervisor, and we had a temp come in. I had started that job as a temp. I tell you, I was blessed. I've been blessed with some good jobs. I came in as a temp on a mission, living in the projects. I said I'm gonna be in the projects no more than 5 years. I wasn't gonna make a living out of it. Within 4.5 years to 5 years, I was up and out. What a good job! Like it was my stepping stone. It's not my permanent stone, and that we're gonna get into that too in 2022. But I ain't gonna get into it now. But know your stepping stones. But had the one girl come in as soon as she said hi to me. My vibe, my energy was off. It was like she's not the one to trust, be friend, none of that. None of that. And we're going to get into that story in 2021 because that one is funny. But long story short, my energy was right. Stay tuned for that story. But I vibe, oh, Method Man just came on TV. I got lost. Oh, yeah, all that I need, I'll be there for you. Okay, anyway, um, I can't focus with that man on the TV. Okay, so yeah, I vibe off of energy. So when I say free yourself of all negative energy, if you have somebody in your ear always coming with drama, coming with negativity, coming with non inspirational, non supportive information or groups of details, uh, just separate. Don't be scared to separate yourself. When you have those people in your life that you can tell it's all about them, they give that energy like, oh, as long as you're here and do what I want to do, when I want to do, how I want to do it, take that month, dedicate it to yourself. Do your work, do your exercise, eat right, do what you need to do. Just block all negative energies. Start at the beginning of the month and take the day before on out and be like, this is what I went through. Take the end of the month and be like, this is where I want to be. And in between what you went through and where you want to be, you'll find that it works. Build yourself. Take that time and put yourself in that isolation for a month and clear your mind. It's all about clearing your mind and your energy from negativity. So, so that's just some of what 2021 has been ending up to. And I went through that to say that on my birthday, my 44th birthday this year that just passed, I learned that I have changed. Um, I normally am partying from October 31st, Halloween, to January 1st. I did none of that. In my mind, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Blah 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 blah. I went to Maryland with a friend. No, it started off with a little vacation in Georgia. That was good. I needed that. I was happy there. Then I dipped over to DC and Maryland with a friend. I had a good time, but the energy just was not there. I don't. The vibe was off. The vibe was way off, and I normally have a good time with that particular person and with that particular event, but the vibe just wasn't there. I don't know what it was. Then from DC, Maryland, I zoomed on over to Texas with my sister. Um, I had a good time. Didn't do too much. Just laid out, chilled out, laughed. Had a surprise visit from my twin cousin. He popped down in Texas. Um, Birthday celebration. I was in the bed by 11 o'clock. Like I in my mind, I was like, "Oh, let's go, let's get it, let's do this." But I just was chilled. So that kind of taught me that I'm at my level of chill in life. Like I think the partying stage is not gone, but I can do without. And I'm more at peace with myself. Um, Only I can depend and make my own happiness. I got that from that month. I ain't gonna say weekend because I was all over the place for a couple of weeks. So my my energy is my vibe now. So if anyone is into disturbing it or disrupting it any kind of way, I don't mind letting go. So that's where we're at. Um, and to wrap it up, when I say the Lord works in mysterious ways, so I'm going through all of these motions, all of these feelings, all of these. I went through a dark time. When you hear that term, know that it's real. I didn't know it was real. The dark cloud, going through a dark time. It's literal. It's real. I didn't know it until I came out of it. Um, I'm sorry. During those couple of months, and like I said, it all started with going through the growing pains with my oldest and going through the issues at work. It it put me in a dark rage, and as I was piecing it all together, making my way through, going through, I realized I came out of it one day recently because I've been trying to do this update live for a couple of weeks now, but every time Tuesday come, I'm like, yeah, I don't even feel like doing it. But it was crazy. Last week, I had a good conversation with a friend of mine. Well, two good friends of mine. They are the bomb, and it took me out of that zone, and I saw the light. And it was around about the time they just started playing the Mary J. Good Morning Gorgeous song. So I started seeing the light. And these whole couple of months I've noticed I haven't smiled, I haven't laughed, I haven't expressed any kind of joy. In my heart I've been happy, but overall you can see that it was issues with me. So I found my way to muscle through the strength to to get myself back to Noonie. I had to find Noonie again because she was she was walking through the dark with no flashlight. Ooh, serious business there. We're gonna get into that. Um, and the last vibe that brought me completely back. Try not to cry. Sitting in a meeting, we do the Zoom meetings daily at work, and I'm not thinking. I'm not thinking about nothing. I'm just sitting on camera like I normally do, listening to everybody talk. And I get an email from a coworker, and I'm real quiet at work. But I do, talk to a few people at work. And she emailed me. I said text. She emailed me and was like, "Don't think I'm weird." She was like, "But I see." She said, "When I look at your picture in the Zoom, I see you in leadership." So, I responded like, "I don't think it's weird." But you know me, I'm a thinker, I'm an analyzer. I got to put it together because you know how I love and vibe with people that's older than me. And then she and her husband are very involved with the church. Like everybody goes to them, for prayer lines and all of that good stuff. Like she's a blessing to know, no doubt. And I'm trying not to cry. I'm gonna hurry up and get this out. Um, so she was going through, seeing that light, that aura, around me, and it kind of reopened my eyes. Like, okay, so I've been able to cleanse myself, get myself back to normal, and now for someone of that magnitude to be able to see that within me, like, ooh, goosebumps. Like, okay, God, I hear you message loud and clear. I'm pushing. I'm back. I'm being me. I can do this. So, with that little prayer, and then it was Christmas holiday. I met somebody in the store. We did the pay it forward thing, and then we ended up outside talking, and you know that was another blessing. So it's just like blessings on top of blessings as reminder, as you done been through this. Now it's time for you to claim your position in life. So when somebody say they were in a dark place, believe them, because literally after that email, I saw light. And this is the hardest thing to explain. Because you can see darkness and you can see light, but you have to go through it to understand what I'm saying. And if you've been through it, let me know. Because I'm, like I said, I'm very energetic and very spiritual. So for me to actually experience and see the dark and the light was a wake up call that we all go through it. I never thought I would be in a dark place, but I was. As much as I masked it, the mask had came off. I was letting loose. I was like the mask had came off, and it's gonna stay off. I'm no longer gonna cover up who I am or what I want to be or what I want. I'm going for it. Stay tuned. I'm on a mission. So before I get snotty, ouch, ouch. I'm still in pain. The dog had me skydiving and things, but before I get snotty, just want to remind y'all, in life you have to take your time and center yourself. That's so important. I'm gonna be doing a couple of synergy energy messages throughout 2022, helping you find ways to center yourself. It's a learning process for me, so I'm gonna have somebody come in and do it with us. Because that's not my expertise. I just know what I've been through. I can't tell you how to center yourself, but we're gonna do it together. Um, look forward to. I got a couple of my guys. They're gonna be brave enough to test the mic. They're gonna be brave enough to come to our Drink to That Tuesdays. and chop it up with me, so you can get a male's perspective and see how the dialogue goes there. I can't wait. I'm not an interviewer, but I have my brother and his friends. They come sit on the porch. We chop it up. They be talking about girls, and I be like, "Yo, what?" So one of the guys actually brought it up. He was like, "Hey, you do the YouTube. We can we can come." So I got a couple of people. I'm gonna get single, married, straight, bi, gay, doesn't matter. I want all of the energy here. And it might not just be men, it might be women that have been through what I've been through as well, or going through, or that I've helped through a situation. So I'm have other people. So you won't just be dealing with little old me, you know what I'm saying? Get a couple of different perspectives on situations. So we're gonna be drinking it up come 2021, you know what I'm saying? Not too much because we don't want to cause a problem, but we're gonna be drinking responsibly. Um, I'm gonna be doing a couple of podcasts with um, a couple of stations, a couple of friends that I know that are trying to grow their podcast, just working together. So with that being said, I hope everyone enjoyed their family during the holidays on Christmas, and have a safe New Year's. And we'll pick back up in some point in January during the anniversary show in January, because I think I've been doing this for what, maybe a year, maybe this is my second year. But we'll put back up with the energy levels and more positive messages and more positive energy. Just remember, don't be shy in your situations. Every situation is a learning experience. We all go through it. We all been through it, and we all get through it together. With that being said, love you all. Thank you all for subscribing to my YouTube. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Um, because you'll be getting little snippets of my life. Everybody think I got it on Facebook. No, I'm gonna put my snippets here on YouTube. So only your subscribers will get that intel. And like I know, remind yourself that you are gorgeous. You are a queen. Find your inner self, find your inner synergy, and be blessed, guys. Love you.